At this time, it's my pleasure and privilege to welcome to the podium the first person who, along with our 2 U.S. senators, was instrumental in securing our federal monies to fund this project, our Congressman from the 3rd District, the Honorable Mark Souder.
Thank you. If I could take just a few minutes to describe how you look at a transportation plan in its critical part of the infrastructure when you're the #1 manufacturing district in the United States. We make more products from here through Elkhart and have a higher percent in manufacturing by double, triple the typical congressional district, even 5 times probably the national average. That to do that and to move your products, you have to have the highway structure, the airport structure, and the rail structure to move products to market. So it has been one of the constant conflicts in this district, how we mix rail and highway. The biggest projects that when I came in that we were looking at doing is 930. The bypass was finally underway. In the first transportation bill as a member of Congress, we were arguing about funds and how to do it, and the senators, and then I worked with the airport expressway, but particularly Senator Coates had played a major role in finally getting that earmarked in my discussions with Bud Schuster and ups and downs. Part of the deal was also that we have our new air traffic control tower out there 25 years ahead of its original plan to be there, because we have the long runways, and it was a key part of trying to keep the air guard here, because without an adequate air tower, we weren't going to be able to keep the air guard, and we weren't going to be able to have the potential to do the in and outs of Kitty Hawk and all the air freight people, because our passenger service isn't large enough to maintain that size of airport. Then you come down to the road. So if we have the airport expressway going there, what were the other big things that I looked at and talked and worked with the Indiana Department of Transportation under multiple governors? For example, at one point I did a trade to get the bridges down at Louisville done, because it doesn't do us any good to make things here if we can't get them through the over the Ohio River going south. Well, the same thing's true with Hoosier Heartland going southwest towards Lafayette and a lot of the high-tech corridor that way, and getting to the harbors and the Great Lakes access up at Toledo is the Fort to Port, or Port to Fort as they say in Toledo, coming and connecting into New Haven. In the outer part of the district, my biggest challenge is over in Elkhart, which is the #1 manufacturing part of the district. 57% of the people there work in manufacturing, and everybody who has a new idea for an RV company puts it in their backyard, so that they have a jam over there. So we're taking County Road 17 and basically running it from the toll road and trying to march it down to US 30 in Kosciuszko. In Fort Wayne, the great unfinished project was here on the east side. I remember I was telling a story earlier about getting my swing choir jacket when I was at Leo High School over at Bennett Close and getting trapped, and then trying to make it back to school late because we got trapped by a train. But at least I wasn't trying to get ambulance service. At least I wasn't having fire service challenges. That part of our development and East End challenges, where we were slow, quite frankly, in getting 930 done, and we were slow in getting this project done. Just like on the west side, you see Huguenard to Hillegas to Ardmore. This will be the connector on the east side of town. If you're going to have a bypass go around, you have to be able to move people in between it. At first, when you do those projects, you think, well, there's not going to be that many people on them, and then you realize that because of the rivers, a lot of our roads are shaped at angles, and that if you have Washington and Jefferson cutting through this way and Clinton and Lafayette going this way, where are our parallels? Otherwise, your traffic jams up. And we're finally getting those type of things addressed with this. This is hard because of all the rail. It's hard because of all the water. I want to thank the county commissioners for being persistent with this, with the local leadership, with working with Do It Best, that this was about 80% of the earmarked dollars that come into my district that I focused on one local project, because I felt that unless we put that money heavily into one project, we were never going to get this jump started. The 2 senators, Bai and Lugar, both supported that, which was critical, because while a House member starts the process, it cannot be done unless we work together for our region, and I want to thank them as well. So I want to thank all the leadership. It'll be great to see this done. The key thing in transportation is to think 20 and 30 years ahead. And if we don't think 20 and 30 years ahead, you wind up with what happened in this area with so much of it shifting over on I-69 and the widening there. We had to jam it because that became the center of town. And as we get this side built up again, we'll see more of a natural mix to our county and our city in economic development, enable us to sustain this for many years. Thank you.
Both the cities of Fort Wayne and New Haven are contributing a total of over $4 million to this project as well. Here representing the city of Fort Wayne is John Urbahns, the Director of Community Development.
Thank you for all being out here today. On behalf of Mayor Henry, I'm just thankful to see this project moving forward. Congressman Souder mentioned the persistence of the county commissioners and everybody associated with this project. It's been great to see move forward between the city engineering staff, the county highway staff, the NERC staff. They've worked very hard to see this project go through. You don't have to look far either direction to see the rail traffic that is an impediment to circulation on the east side of the county, and I think this is a project that will open up both Fort Wayne and New Haven, as well as the land to the south along Adams Center Road for potential economic development. And we're glad to see that move forward, and I thank you for being here.
The mayor of New Haven couldn't be with us today because of a family commitment out of state, so Terry McDonald has sent his Director of Planning and Economic Development, Brian Yo.
Good morning. On behalf of Mayor McDonald and the citizens of New Haven, I'd like to thank you for being a part of this historic day. For many years, we have encountered a lot of problems in this particular area, especially when it comes to police, fire, and EMS. As most of you who are familiar with the area realize, this particular area, Nelson Road and the community of River Haven, has essentially been locked off from main part of the community by two active rail lines. These particular rail lines are also responsible for numerous personal injuries as well as fatalities. The Maplecrest Road project represents a significant partnership between Allen County, Fort Wayne, and New Haven, where we're going to be addressing a lot of problems. Along with emergency services, we're also taking care of our business communities. Behind us we have the world headquarters for Do It Best Corporation and down the road Signature Products. Both of these are vital employers to the area. And one of the things that has caused a problem for us is that, as any business, you have multiple employees and you also have trucking. And with two active rail lines, it's not uncommon for these businesses to essentially become isolated from the principal transportation systems as Congressman Souder just discussed. So truly, once again, this is a historic afternoon for New Haven, Allen County, and Fort Wayne, and the fact that we're going to be able to open up an area to provide better, safe service to our citizens as well as our local employers. Thank you.